And the thought process is, if we do those steps accordingly, then you'll get to the point where you can invest large amounts of money. You can grow, you can save for retirement, you can help your children, you can grow your business if you want to.
Yeah.
But first we have to crawl before we walk, and we help those people that need that help crawl so that they can walk.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So 900 clients, that sounds like a lot of folks to be helping. So you actually have resources to help the folks get to where they can start doing the investing piece.
Yeah, of course. And the same mentorship that we're in, I didn't have that before.
Yeah.
We actually coach you month to month, personalized coaching,
Right.
and also quarterly group coaching as well, to get where you are today and get you further along financially.
All right, guys, welcome to Success on Repeat. Welcome back, everybody, to Success on Repeat. Thank you so much for being here. What a blessing it is to have you. I know that I'm very blessed. I'm still here in Clearwater Beach, Florida. I got the beach right over here over my right shoulder, and I got great company right here over my left shoulder. Praise God. And so I'm here with Mario Payne. Mario, it is a pleasure to have you with me. Thank you so much for sitting down.
Now, Brian, thank you. And we're neighbors. I'm actually in beautiful Jacksonville. So
Oh, awesome.
Now, I can say, though, the waters in Jacksonville, a little bit more murky than what they are here in Clearwater, but it's for Florida boys.
Yeah, no, agreed. It is called Clearwater because it's pretty nice water, right? And it's world renowned for white sandy beaches and all that. Although, Jacksonville Beach has got some nice stuff. It's just the Atlantic Ocean versus the Gulf,
Yeah,
just
that's true. Yeah.
Different feel altogether. But that's cool that you're in Jacksonville. That's awesome. So I want to introduce you to our audience. It's cool when I come to these things and I meet awesome people that have had, levels of success that even I haven't attained to, right? That's one of the things that is cool about having a podcast, is just getting to sit down with folks like you, Why don't you tell us about your business, kind of how you help other people, and kind of where you're with us, what's the state of the business at this time?
Yeah, of course. Before we get started, though, I have to come bearing gifts, though. So I wrote a best-selling book last year, The Relaxed Investor. So wanted to give that to you. You've highlighted so many entrepreneurs on their journey, which I imagine helps your community learn, get great advice to help them scale their business. So it's my way to on the far, say that thank you for everything that you've done and how you helped your community.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna see if I can. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah.
Looking good.
So Mario Payne, I'm a certified financial planner. I have an investment firm in Jacksonville, Florida. That's where we're located. We have about 900 clients worldwide.
Wow.
So it's extremely blessed. I've been a certified financial planner for 11 years. But we help people. We help people with their investments. We help people with wealth management, for persons in need of budgeting, tax services. Now, we don't file taxes, but we do have tax strategies to help you implement to save money.
The stuff you're supposed to do before you make it to the tax guy.
Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah. But we help wide range. I mean, we have a pure financial coaching empowerment program that helps individuals that are not ready yet to actually invest their money, but they need help. So they have actually a financial empowerment coach that coaches them on a month-to-month basis on their finances, getting out of debt, like I said, reducing taxes, finding ways to have their money grow slowly but surely. And then when they get to the point to meet our investment minimum, that's where we come in and actually help them manage their money.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So you actually have resources to help the folks get to where they could start doing the investing piece.
Yeah, of course. And the same mentorship that we're in, I didn't have that before.
Yeah.
So for years, individuals who did not meet our minimum, I gave them advice, quasi-advice, right? But we created a program that allowed those individuals now to actually have curriculum that I created as a certified financial planner, and then a coach, because a lot of times we go to YouTube University, we see something online, and it's now what? Right. But from an accountability standpoint, a coaching standpoint, we actually coach you month to month, personalized coaching, and also quarterly group coaching as well, to get where you are today and get you further along financially. And the thought process is, if we do those steps accordingly, then you'll get to the point where you can invest large amounts of money. You can grow, you can save for retirement, you can help your children, you can grow your business if you want to.
Yeah.
But first we have to crawl before we walk, and we help those people that need that help crawl so that they can walk.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So 900 clients, that sounds like a lot of folks to to be helping.
Oh yeah, we have a staff.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's little old me.
Yeah.
No, but we have a staff. So we have a staff of 9 people.
Okay.
We do have help, of course. There's no way that you can manage that much on your own. Do we have some automation involved as well?
Yeah, for sure.
So the portfolios that we manage, those are automated depending on the person's risk tolerance,
Sure.
how much they want to be in the stock market, how much less risk they want to be in the stock market,
Sure.
how much they want to grow. So we take all those in consideration. We have a pretty long process before they even invest to find out about them. We play actually a game of rock, scissors, papers.
Okay.
Believe it or not, right? So I'm telling you guys, it works. Rock, scissors, paper is a way for you to identify a person's risk when they're going through actual situations, right? Because today you can say, you know what, Mario, I'm the most aggressive investor. I want to make all the money in the world. And then if your portfolio goes down a couple dollars, get me out.
Yeah.
Get me out the market,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we say one thing, but in reality, it's something different. When you play rock, scissors, papers, depending on the trends, if you're winning a lot, if you do more of a rock that's more aggressive, you're probably more aggressive investor, right? If you're winning a lot and you do more paper, that's a lot more conservative, right?
Okay.
And scissors in the middle. So we have things like that to actually check what your real risk tolerance is and what you are as a person.
Yeah.
So when you invest your money during the good times and bad times, we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. So almost like a risk tolerance profile, to make sure that, you're not ending up with a problem here. Because, not for nothing, but we just had as the time of this recording, at least, some market volatility that happened.
Yes.
Major market volatility. I can only imagine what it's like being a financial planner.
Yeah.
How many calls y'all get, you know?
Yeah, we get calls, but that's why I said it's great. It's great to have a staff. Another thing that's very important about an investment standpoint is where you're at, right? Because we look at Instagram, we look at social media, and people might be where we want to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
or at least displaying.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have your profile, right? So before you invest, you have to have your finances in order. Now, it's always good to dollar cost average where you put money into the market here or there. But we recommend before a person invests $1 that they know where they are. They have emergency savings fund. And I am a certified financial planner, right? So you have emergency savings fund. We have money tied away for a rainy day. I mean, hopefully we don't have a recession, but it is fears out there that a recession is going to happen.
Which causes a recession.
Right. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So we do not want to be the point where we invest money, the market goes down, then we need to pull money out the market to help pay bills because we have a lack of income or our income's lower because I have to get another job because the job that we have primarily went down.
Yeah.
So it's a process. We just don't invest your money. We definitely want to help you. And the spiritual aspect. I mean, my firm is called Tomes Financial.
Okay.
Tomes stands for tithe, offering, alms means stewardship.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm being a good steward of your money, then you should prayerfully be able to tithe more, offer alms, which is giving glory to God with your gifts. And I think my gifts as finances mean stewardship.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's really cool. So it's TOAMS.
Yes.
Right.
Tomes.
Okay.
Not Tomas. I'll get on top. Yeah. Tomas, no, it's Tomes.
Tomes. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
TOAMS. Okay, so tithes, offerings, alms, and then means stewardship.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, man. Yeah, because you don't want to put the cart before the horse. And it looks like you're doing the right order.
Correct.
Put it in the right order. That's interesting. So obviously you didn't start as this big financial planning firm in Jacksonville.
Not at all.
And so I'd like to just understand, where you came from, kind of how you feel like you made it to that point. What was it that, why you and not, the next guy next to you or whatever, that made it there? Because, for us, we're always looking for those pieces, those breadcrumbs to figure out how, others like myself can make it to that level.
Yeah. Well, first off, faith. I mean, nowhere, we can't go anywhere without faith, right?
That's right.
Went to college. When I was in college, I was in the military. So definitely the U.S. Army gave me that discipline.
Good. Yeah.
I strongly recommend.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. I strongly recommend anyone who's young, who does not know what they want to do, look at the military.
Yeah.
The military taught me so much about myself, how much about being a leader, being in social situations, how to navigate through those. So the military just taught me a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I was a lot more buffer than I am now, too.
Yeah.
So that helps as well, right? Yeah. So I was in the military. Then I graduated college. I knew I wanted to help individuals. right? So I worked for a company called General Electric, we all know, for about a year and a half doing spreadsheets. And I had an aha moment. I saved the company. So back then they had phone systems, which we still do now, a call center. I know it's more AI, but they had call centers. And my task was to help create a script to kind of route people from answers over the phone instead of talking to an actual human being, right? So I kind of help create a script, save the company about $4.5 million.
Oh yeah, no way, yeah.
But do you know what my reward was?
Yeah, they fired you.
No, it was the pizza party. Now, it felt like I got fired.
Yeah.
Here I am. I saved, and nothing against General Electric. We have their appliances, so we love General Electric still, and their stock is better than what it was a few years ago.
There you go.
But I saved the company over $4 million. I got a pizza party. So right then and there, I said, you know what? It has to be a way.
Yeah.
If I can serve consumers like they can serve consumers, right? As an entrepreneur, but pocket maybe some more of those gains, right?
Yeah.
Who says no to that?
Yeah.
So that's when I told myself I wanted to be a financial planner.
I mean, you should have at least got, 10%.
A raise or something.
Something.
10% on $4 million?
Yeah,
oh,
man.
As a 24-year-old, that's good money.
That's good
right
money.
there.
That's good money.
So I started my practice in 2007. The rest is history. So coming to that with the book, 2 years ago, I had a conversation with a client, and she's like, you know what, I make these bad decisions. It seems like I'm always making bad decisions. I was like, you know what? What if I could make something that gives a person a very quick, easy way to make decisions? And if they feel good or bad about those decisions, they feel good that they made a decision, right? Because with anything in life, something might go our way, something might not go our way.
Right.
The times it does not go our way, we feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Right? It feels painful. My last name's Payne. It's painful.
Yeah.
Right? But how is it that if we make a decision that's right or wrong, we feel good about that decision anyways? And that's when I created the Relaxed Investor.
Wow.
So as a relaxed investor is really investing in yourself, not the stock market. I go for examples of my pastor, for instance. My pastor, we had a nice sized church in Jacksonville, but it was a lot of the old school approach, suit and tie, got to be buttoned up. So he was missing out on the youth coming to church.
Yeah.
So he researched. So the R is research.
Yeah.
The E is evaluate.
Yeah.
The L is locate. The A is analyze yourself, and the X is execute.
Yeah, man.
So
I like that.
Yeah. So he went through that process and said, you know what? How is it a way that I can bring souls to the Lord where they'll end up perfectly going to heaven if they do the right thing?
Yeah.
So he executed by saying, I know we have a lot of old school folks, but I'm gonna have a come as you are attitude and a come as you are approach to church.
Yeah.
So his congregation literally in 2 years tripled.
Oh, wow.
Because more young folks came to church.
Yep.
They learned about the Lord, the will of God, and the rest is history. So a lot of examples like that I put into the book, how we can make decisions. And I talked about some that's bad as well, right? We don't always make good decisions, but going through that process makes you feel better about whatever decision and whatever outcome comes from that decision.
Yeah. That's like you can relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Relax.
And we're in Clearwater. What more relaxation is that?
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's, wow. All right. So obviously, the average person out there is, looking for a way to, save for retirement, do the right things. And look, I can go down a rabbit trail of like, look, you've been sold a bill of goods. All right. Yes, you should be with a financial partner invested in the stock market. No, you shouldn't be doing it that way. Right. I don't know if you have any thoughts on maybe like the traditional way that people have been taught to think about investing and to think about, wealth creation and how you teach folks to do it. Or if you have any thoughts on like what could somebody be doing, or maybe you have a place to get resources for somebody to get to the point where they're ready to do. Like you said you guys had a brokerage minimum. What's the brokerage minimum?
Yeah, $150,000.
So $150,000 to invest.
With us, yes.
Right. So then that gets them qualified to invest. So they need to have $150,000 to invest. And you said you had some resources to get people up to that point. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on like the general broad picture of what is, how kind of people have been sold the bill of goods on how to get to that $150,000.
Yeah.
And if you have any thoughts on resources or whatever they can go to get to that, $150,000 or whatever.
That's a great question. Hot take.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't need a financial advisor.
Okay.
Right. It's no other way to say it. Right. So People think they need financial advisors, and financial advisors are important. Certified financial planners like myself are important, but financial advisors are not for everybody. I mean, we have do-it-yourselfers out there that can really do it themselves, right? The reason why, in my opinion, financial advisors are important is because you do have some type of accountability.
Sure.
Right? It's always good to have an accountability partner, a partner that kind of helps you during the good times and the bad times. That's where a financial advisor comes into place, right? We can all make decisions.
Yeah.
But with those decisions, if they don't go right, doesn't mean you sell all your stocks. So that's why I think financial advisors are important. But how to get there? Well, first and foremost, we want to have a savings first. I just want to be as clear as possible. Before you do any investing, you should have 3 to 6 months emergency savings account. It sounds just so like Dave Ramsey-ish, I know.
It does, yeah.
But it's just so true, because if something happens and you need money, if the market goes down because of a recession, right, you're going to sell something at a loss.
Speaking of Dave Ramsey, one of the scariest things I think I ever heard him say was that like over 50% of Americans would not be able to handle an emergency that cost them $1,000.
67% to be exact.
There you go. I was like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound silly, but like $1,000 is like,
yes, great. Yeah. So,
so that is a devastating reality. If 67% of our countrymen, right, other people, Americans, are in such a position to where they're either being propped up by a shoestring, chewing gum, and duct tape so much that even though they might make a lot of money, they're not keeping any of it, to where $1,000 would throw them off the budget, or in such dire straits. That's devastating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, to the point, it's 2 ways that we have our money grow, right?
Yeah.
We either reduce expenses or more income,
Right.
So a lot of times, if we have a lot of bills, we don't want to reduce, so we have to scale our income.
Yeah.
The easiest thing to do is to reduce our expenses.
Yeah.
No more Uber Eats, no more DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
A lot of money gets spent just on that alone.
On
right?
frivolous conveniences.
Correct. Going to the movies, cut that out, right? If we have cable, maybe we cut the cord.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ways that we can reduce. If we reduce our expenses, then more money comes to our pocket. The problem that we have, though, is that when that more money comes in, we spend it on other things.
We find another frivolous convenience to spend it on.
Yeah. We should
that's facts.
invest in ourselves at that point, right? Do a mentorship. Find out how to use that extra money we saved to bring in more income.
Right.
So now over time, we reduce our bills, we have more income. That's when we get to the position that we can invest.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's a bottom line, right? Your income, which is your money flowing in, has to outweigh your expenses, which is your money flowing out.
Of course.
And then you have to get to the point where you have a surplus enough to where you can save some money.
Of course.
And the first thing you're saying you want to save is an emergency fund. I mean, sounds like basic stuff. So it's funny that you say that, most of the time people just think I'll just make more money. Most of the guys that I deal with are entrepreneurial. So that's definitely their mindset. Their mindset is 100%. I just, the credit card's getting used too much. Just got to go make more money, you know? And look, there is some merit to that. I think that sometimes people's personality types are such that like they perform well under pressure. And so they almost have to artificially create pressure in order to get them to perform.
Right. It's like diamonds, right? The pressure creates diamonds.
Right. And so some people need that pressure in order to actually go out and cause themselves, personality-wise, to execute. But I think that I would rather just be a mature adult, you know what I mean? And start, working my way out of that type of behavior model to where you're increasing revenue through normal means, through relaxed means,
Yes.
Because I mean, I imagine that process that you gave from the word relax, the last part being execute. And unfortunately, I would say that a lot of people spend a lot of time in the first couple letters there and they never make it to execute.
Correct.
And that's a big problem.
And to that point, I referenced Kobe Bryant in the execute part of the book, right?
All right.
So Kobe Bryant main objective every single day was to get 1% better. Every single day. So throughout the course of a year, over 300 days, if he gets 1% better every day, he 3X's.
Yeah, it's 300%. Yeah.
So every single year he's improving over time.
Wow.
But he's executing, right? But you have to the point, execute. But Kobe Bryant is a great example, right? Now, was Kobe the most talented person in the world? Some say yes, some say no. But his work ethic, his execution every single day paid off. And through the book, I executed myself, right? I did the book. You know, I was telling myself for years after having a conversation with my client, I'm going to write a book. It took me 1.5 years to write it, but I executed it. But from the book then, I said, how can I partner with business owners? And that's why I created the Relax Estate, my estate planning platform. That actually allows business owners to add value to their clients that they have right now by offering them estate planning services, but it's all automated, right? So we're using AI, we're using automation, we're using a system to execute for us, and we can add value to our clients, make money for ourselves.
So what you're telling me is so there's other financial planners, you know, out there, obviously. What you're saying is you have an automation platform for financial planners?
Oh, for financial planners, insurance agents, tax preparers, really anybody in the business industry with clients. So the estate planning platform, as easy as it is, allows you to create a trust, a will, and a power of attorney within 30 minutes. You actually have a paralegal that helps you walk through it on demand. And it's of course a legal document because it was created by attorneys. Unless you're in Louisiana. I'm sorry, in Louisiana you guys have parishes. I don't know what y'all doing down there. You think you're in France. So in Louisiana, we're sorry to say, not in Louisiana, but all other 49 states, yes. Any financial planner or business person can use it for their clients, and it adds value. And as a business owner, the most important thing to do after we have a client is to retain them. How do we retain clients? By adding value. So if I can add value to a client and be compensated and have them spend less money do so, why wouldn't I do that?
It's a win-win-win.
Yes. There's 3 W's, www.therelaxestate.com. That's right.
That's it. That's the ticket. Wow. Okay. So you have a whole platform that then allows somebody to jump right in there, and within 30 minutes, they can set up a lot of the things that used to take, you know, a month for somebody to between appointments and stuff to do.
Yes.
That's incredible. And then they're getting a paralegal to help them do it, but they're really self-preparing those documents at that point, right?
Yes. Well, the documents from a template standpoint is already created by an attorney.
Right?
So it's a revocable trust. So you have 3 different types of trust, right? You have a spendthrift trust, a irrevocable trust, and a revocable trust. The most common trust is revocable. Now, revocable trust is not for everybody, right? If you have, you know, $20, $25, $30 million or more, you probably want to do an irrevocable trust, right? And there's other people out there that can help. But for the common folk, most Americans, a revocable trust will get you where you want, where something happens, it avoids probate. Governments, on average, make in between 9 to 12% of their revenue from probate costs, right? The godfather of soul, James Brown, $34 million with the M. $34 million of his money went to probate court because he didn't have a trust. Now think about that.
That's
$34
incredible.
million, a third. So he passed away. They said they had almost $100 million in assets, right? 12 years later, $34 million, a third of his money went to the court systems because he did not have a trust, right? So in his instance, he should have had an irrevocable trust, but most individuals don't have that. But you want to have
robbery.
a trust. Yeah.
That's what that is. That's robbery.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I almost feel like that's taking advantage of people. I mean, the whole point of building a legacy is to be able to leave that legacy, right, to your family. And so it's just as easy as what you're saying as just creating the right documents.
That's it.
Like paperwork.
Correct.
It's literally just paperwork.
And it's automated too.
Automated paperwork.
And the best part about it is that, and nothing against attorneys, I have attorneys, right? Attorneys created this and we update this.
And attorneys are always winning when everybody else is losing.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have attorneys that continue to update the documents. But when you have a plan, if you ever want to get it changed or amended, right, it's a cost there. Well, because of software, it's no cost. Right, so you can make changes anytime you want to. There's no extra cost.
Update a beneficiary or a trustee or whatever.
Or I have a new business now. I want to put my LLC right as a beneficiary. Now the LLC should be its own LLC. Right, but the trust being the beneficiary. Right. So Ryan's podcast #1 as a LLC. You put that in the trust as a beneficiary. So if something happens, the trust then pushes that LLC to your family. Interesting.
So, and yeah, that just, it boggles my mind that it's just paperwork.
Yeah.
You know, And I think that doing something like that makes it much more accessible to common folks that don't know that they need to go. A lot of people think you need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars with an attorney to build all that. That's why only the rich do it.
Yeah.
Right. But these things, because of education and because of public records, people are just, okay, well, let's just go see what the wealthy people were doing.
Right.
And now it's available. Now we even have software that you guys have created to, and then you provide that to your clients, but then also to other firms, is what you're saying.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So the
That's
end
incredible.
user being the client, or if it's a financial advisor, insurance agent, tax professional, or just a business owner with clients, you can definitely use the service. You could partner with us, of course, use the service. You add value. We maintain client retention, and also you get compensated, and you help your clients save money. So it helps everybody.
Yeah, it does help everybody. All right, so as we wrap up, any other things that you think you want to make sure people should know or need to know about, financial planning or your business or anything like that?
Yeah. So if you want to find me, www.therelaxedinvestor.com or www.therelaxedestate.com, which is our estate planning platform. Those are two of the ways to find us. We're, of course, on Instagram at Painful Profits from an investment standpoint. Kind of quirky on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because our profits can be painful, but if we make profits, we're happy about that. If you want some interesting commentary from a comedic standpoint, my personality, then you want to go to our Instagram. But the relaxedinvestor.com or therelaxedestate.com for our investments and also for our estate planning.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, listen, I really appreciate you sitting down with us. You guys obviously, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll tell you what's interesting about this is we talk a lot about ways to make money, but then there's an important thing that, a lot of you guys are probably already making an income, and you need to know what you need to do with that income. And probably stacking up a bunch of cash and just sticking it in the bank is probably not the best way to do it, especially when we have like high rates of inflation and things like that. You need to talk to somebody. They have online resources over at The Relaxed Investor, and I think that maybe you should go check them out. So do that. Bless you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.